Munchin' and chatting every day. And she's munchin' and chatting all the way. When you wanna get the tea, you gotta go to our girl Annie. The show is on nightly. Let's tune in, we gotta see. Munchin' and chatting every day.
All right, we're gonna just start out by sauteing some onions and garlic. All I'm doing here is just making a simple marinara sauce. I love the smell of garlic and onion cooking. Okay, now my onions are translucent. We're gonna add our diced tomatoes. All I do is just give that a little stir, mix everything together. And then I'm gonna add a bit of tomato sauce. Again, I don't do measurements, you guys. I'm not one to follow a recipe. I just make my own homemade marinara. I never follow a recipe. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. And now I just had a little bit of, I had a couple bay leaves I threw in. Yes, when I make sauce, I use whole bay leaves. Then I just had a tiny bit of Italian seasoning left. I figured I would just throw in there. And of course, I add a ton of pepper. Pepper and salt. I'm very heavy-handed with spices. It's all about flavor, guys. It's all about the flavor. Now I just add some chili flakes. When I make my tripe sauce, I like it spicy. And then I'm just gonna combine it all, and I'm gonna let it simmer. Oh no, I lie. I add sugar. I always add sugar to my spaghetti sauce. Yeah. I usually just add about a teaspoon. If I'm making spaghetti sauce, I add a couple tablespoons. But for tripe, just a teaspoon. Then I'm just going to add a couple tablespoons of tomato paste just to thicken it up a little bit. I do not care for a watery sauce. That's just my preference. I like a thicker sauce. Yep, now I'm going to cover it and I'm going to just simmer my sauce. All right, now for the tripe. I'm going to take it out of the package and I just give it a really good rinse before I cut it up. It's quite a process to make tripe. Sorry, they're mowing my grass. You can hear them. I apologize for the noise. All right, so now I find if you use scissors to cut it, it's a lot easier. And again, you're just cutting it into strips and cutting it into little pieces. Scissors do seem to work the best. So get out your kitchen scissors, guys. All right, now that I have it all cut up, I take it over to the sink And I'm gonna just keep rinsing it. You're gonna rinse it, drain it. You wanna clean your tripe good. I think I did this about 4 times. I didn't make a lot of tripe because it's just myself who eats it. So for this small amount, I only rinsed it about 4 times. You're just gonna keep rinsing and drain, rinsing and drain. Now I'm gonna fill up my pot. I'm gonna go bring it to the stove. I just salt my water. Yes, again, heavy-handed with the salt. And I'm gonna I boiled it for about 30 minutes. Now I drain it. Now I'm gonna rinse it with cold water. You're rinsing again. This is quite the process, guys. Rinse it. Now I'm gonna add it to my sauce. Basically, I add it to my sauce and I let it simmer for probably a good 4 hours. I don't want tough, chewy tripe. I like my tripe really tender. I let it simmer. By the time I eat it, it'll melt in your mouth. So simmer it for about 4 hours. A lot of people only simmer it for like an hour. That's not enough. 4 hours simmered. I do add more sauce to the pan because I just like a lot of sauce. When I eat tripe, I eat it with bread, and I like to dip my bread in my sauce. So, yep. Now I'm just gonna cover it and let it simmer. And here's the finished product, guys. 4 hours later, it's done. It's delicious, up close. And there I am, have it with my, I always